All right, thanks, guys. Hertha Berlin takes on Augsburg in a 9:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Hertha's minus 105 on the money line, totals 2.5 juice to the over. And if you like Augsburg in an upset, they're plus 280 for an outright win. The draw is also plus 260. And after Thursday's betting action, I'm 5-0 in my last 5 extra daily pick premium selections on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website that I operate that gives you premium daily sports picks beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. And after Thursday's betting action, I'm also 5-2 in my last 7 crowd pleaser teasers on that site as well. Link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Augsburg's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 8 matches, including going scoreless in 4 of those matches. They were shut out by the likes of Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, and Frankfurt during that stretch. They also played last place Paderborn to a 0-0 tie in their last outing, going scoreless in that match. Augsburg's averaging just 1 goal per game on average in their last 4. They're also in 12th place in the 18-team Bundesliga, which puts them well into the bottom half of the standings. Hertha, on the other side, hasn't lost a game in their last 5 themselves. Their last 2 victories also came by way of shutout, including a dominating 4-0 victory over Union Berlin and a convincing 3-0 victory over Hoffenheim. Hertha scored 14 total goals in their last 5 matches. Now, total-wise, Hertha's last 9 contests all got over the total of 2.5 goals. No surprise there. Matter of fact, 12 out of their last 13 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Augsburg side of things, 2 out of their last 3 got over the 2.5 themselves. 12 out of their last 17 also got over that number, which includes both league and non-league matches during that stretch. Give me Hertha Berlin minus 105 in the over 2.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on with the video, I just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the program. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's German Bundesliga soccer action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Thursday's betting action, I am currently 5-0 my last 5 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And one of those packages on that site is called the Crowd Pleaser Teaser Membership. It's only $9.99 through the end of the month. You'll get 3 teaser sports picks per week. You'll get 3 teaser sports picks every week through the end of the month after you sign up. And I am hitting at 5-2 in my last 7 picks in that category. I strongly recommend you consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said and done, let's go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube. And our next matchup is going to be Mainz 05 taking on Hoffenheim in a 9:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Hoffenheim's favored. They're plus 138. Totals 3.5 juice to the under. The draw is currently plus 270. And if you like Mainz in a slight upset here, they're plus 175 for some moneyline cash. Now, Mainz has been victorious in just 1 out of their last 7 matches, including a humiliating 5-0 defeat to Leipzig, where they were barely competitive. They also got beat down by Wolfsburg 4-0 as well. Mainz has given up 8 goals in their last 3 outings. They're also currently in 15th place in the 18-team Bundesliga with just 28 total points. On a side note, Mainz ranks dead last in the division in goals allowed. They've given up 61 total goals thus far on the season. Now, Hoffenheim on the other side, they've dropped just 1 out of their last 4 themselves. They're coming fresh off a 3-1 victory over FC Cologne in their last matchup as well. Hoffenheim's just 3 points back of Wolfsburg for the 6th place spot in Bundesliga. Now, scoring-wise, 2 out of Hoffenheim's last 3 stayed under the total of 3.5 goals. They also saw 10 out of their last 13 league games stay under that number as well. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Mainz side of things, 3 out of their last 5 stayed under 3.5 total goals themselves. So with all that in mind, give me Hoffenheim plus 138 and the under 3.5 in that contest. Next matchup, it is going to be Schalke taking on Werder Bremen, 9:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Schalke's the plus money favorite at plus 150. Totals 2.5 juiced to the under. The draw is currently plus 225, and if you like Bremen in a slight upset, they're plus $1.90 for some money line cash. Bremen's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 9 league matchups, including shutout losses in 4 of those matches. They were also held scoreless in their most recent outing, and that was a boring 0-0 draw with Mönchengladbach. Bremen's averaging just half a goal a game in their last 14 straight league matches. Bremen also ranks dead last in the 18-team Bundesliga in total goals scored. No surprise there. They put the ball in the net just 29 times in 27 matches. And before we take a look at the Schalke side of things, just one more thing to add about Bremen. They're currently in second to last place in Bundesliga with just 22 total points. They're only 3 points ahead of Paderborn in the division. Now, Schalke, on the other side, they're currently in 9th place in Bundesliga and just 5 points behind Wolfsburg for that 6th place spot. Schalke ranks 8th in the league in goals allowed with 45. And total-wise, Schalke's last 3 straight, believe it or not, got over the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, 5 out of their last 6 league games got over that number as well. 3 out of Bremen's last 6 also somehow managed to get over the 2.5 themselves. So with all that said and done, give me Schalke plus $1.50, winning this one outright in the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Wolfsburg squaring off against Eintracht Frankfurt in a 9:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Wolfsburg is plus $1 on the money line. Totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw is currently plus 260, and if you like Frankfurt for the win, they're plus 260 on the money line. Now, Frankfurt's winless in their last 5 contests, along with being victorious in just 1 out of their last 8. Now, these figures include both league and non-league contests. Frankfurt, they've given up 17 total goals in their last 5 matches, and they do find themselves in 14th place in the 18-team Bundesliga with just 29 total points on the season. Now, out of 27 total league games this season, they've been victorious in just 8 of them. Now, Wolfsburg, on the other side, they are coming fresh off a convincing 3-goal victory over Bayer Leverkusen 4-1. They also won 2 out of their last 3, and they've lost just 1 league match in their last 9. Now, Wolfsburg, they have 42 total points thus far in the season, which nestles them comfortably in 6th place. They're 3 points ahead of Hoffenheim for that 6th place spot. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Wolfsburg's last 4 got over the total of 2.5 goals. That includes a non-league contest. 8 out of their last 10 league and non-league contests combined also got over that number as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Frankfurt's last 5 straight got over the 2.5 themselves. Meanwhile, 11 out of their last dozen also got over that number. So with all that said and done, now here's another thing. I'm going through my notes here.
Yeah.
I break down the entire game, and then I don't write down the pick.
What?
I don't.
Again?
I don't write down the play.
Yesterday it was shoutouts.
I know. I did it with shoutouts. So I don't know what's going on here. I must get so excited when I'm writing down the notes
You get excited
that
and you're like, oh, I forgot.
so we're going over 2.5 in that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're going over 2.5. It's really frustrating when I do that. 2nd day in a row. I'm noticing a trend. Anyway, we're going. Let me take a look here. What are we doing? We're going
Over 2.5.
over 2.5. And obviously we're picking Wolfsburg because they're very good. and their opponents are not so good. So, okay. Let me put the notes here again. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Bayern Munich taking on Fortuna Dusseldorf in a 12:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Munich's the massive $10 favorite. Totals 4.5, juice to the under. And if you like Fortuna in a gigantic upset, they're plus 2,200 for some money line cash. The draw is also paying out $9. Now, before you go writing off this Fortuna squad in this matchup here, which you rightfully should do, but just keep in mind they haven't lost a Bundesliga matchup in their last 6 straight. And as a matter of fact, they've only lost one league matchup in their last 9. They've beaten the likes of Freiburg and Schalke during that span. They also played 6th place Wolfsburg to an impressive 1-1 draw during that span as well. Highly competitive in that matchup. They're taking on a Bayern Munich team who's averaging just 1.5 goals per contest in their last 4, throwing out that Frankfurt match. And total-wise, 4 out of their last 5 actually stayed well under the total of 4.5 goals. Now, Munich's clearly the better team here, guys. I get that. But there actually might be some significant value in the draw here. Fortuna played to a draw in 4 out of their last 6. So with all that said, give me the draw at plus $9 and the under 4.5 in that contest. Hey, why the hell not? The show's gotten weird. Why the hell not? Let's take the draw. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. We're going to shout out from our Patreon platform, Jay Williams, Kyle Moran, Bill McMahon, Janko Ristic, Christopher Tran, Jose Lopez, Dwayne McNeil, Brandon Saunders, Aaron Bell, and Leaf Ellis. From our Instagram platform, shout out to Lalo Geico 305, Will Slade, Nurse Iscali, Cody Dunlap, Great NFL Memes, Jose Bueno, Emily Wolfson, and Chuan Lee. And finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to Get a King, shout out to the Mac, Bo Dunn, Anthony Williams, Demetrius Milonis, Stephen Lewis, Ralph Portuando, Roberto Hollis, Nano Hawk, William Pong, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, John Dolphin. What's going on over there?
Sorry, cleaning the fridge.
Cleaning the fridge, all right. That's a good thing. All right, guys, that's good. I'm not going to do it, that's for sure. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Friday or Saturday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. Sorry, I'm getting a headache with all this crowd noise in the back. This must be what it's like to be a quarterback trying to call plays with, like, just the crowd going crazy. Like, at Beaver Stadium, Penn State, there's like 110,000. Just like that. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, happy Friday or Saturday to you, depending on where you're, depending on when you're watching this video. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.